Good morning. Today I'm taking up Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence, and we'll be taking up chapter 1, and that would be again a summary but in detail. As you already know, there are 15 chapters in all in the novel. First, the early married life of the Morels. Second, birth of Paul and other battles. Then in the third chapter, the title is The Casting of Morel, the Taking On of William. Fourth chapter is The Young Life of Paul. Then Paul launches into life. Then Death in the Family. Seventh chapter is Lad and Girl Love. Eighth is Strife in Love. Ninth is Defeat of Miriam. 10th is Clara. 11th is The Test on Miriam. 12th is Passion. 13th, Baxter Doyce. 14th, The Release. And 15th is Derelict. Now we'll come to the first chapter. In the very first few pages of the novel, it introduces us to the setting of the novel, which is the mining village of Bestwood, the place where the miners dwell and where the Morels live in is described. At this point in the Morel family, there are two children, William and Anne. William is 7 years old and Anne is 5, and they are expecting a third child. We come to know there is a fair in this place, and William is excited about it and he wants to go over there quickly. And he tells his mother to hurry up and he goes away. Later on, we find mother as well as the younger sister, and they go to the fair, and we discover that William is only able to enjoy when his mother is around. The moment his mother leaves, though he stays back, still he is unable to enjoy that much. He does not have that much of fun without her. Gertrude, the name of Mrs. Morel is Gertrude, then reflects on her life and situation while waiting for her husband after putting her children to bed. We also find that she is not very happy about the coming child, as the life is already full of hardships. We also come to know about the earlier life of Gertrude, that she is Gertrude Cooper in her maiden life, and her we also come to know that she was friends with John Field, and how she supported and motivated him to go to the ministry. Then her next reflection is meeting with Walter Morel at a Christmas party when she was just 23 years of age, and how he had asked her to dance, but she has refused. But then he sat down and then he had talked to her. She's drawn to him as he appears to be different from her father. And nearly a year later, she marries him. And after a couple of months, she discovers that there are unpaid bills in his coat's pocket and that the house they dwell in does not belong to him. Besides this, he has a huge debt on him. She is thoroughly disappointed, disheartened, and her behavior starts changing. She starts behaving condescendingly, and her attitude becomes cold towards her husband. And not only this, her attention and affection shifts towards her children. Then there is an incident of Walter cutting away William's hair, where she feels entirely betrayed. Then we come back to the present, and there is again the week's holidays, and Walter goes away with his best friend, Jerry Puddy. Now, this friend is not liked, and neither he is approved by Mrs. Morel. So both these men, they walk to Nottingham, stopping at various pubs on the way and getting totally drunk. Then Walter Morel does not feel well, and when he returns, he gets into a fight with Gertrude, and they both start calling each other names, and they call each other liar. And Walter locks Gertrude out and sleeps in the kitchen. So Mrs. Morel is left outside, and then Mrs. Morel roams around, and then there is a strange connectivity with nature, and she connects strongly with her unborn child while she is outside. The chapter ends with Mrs. Morel coming back and trying hard to wake up Walter, who eventually then wakes up and lets her in. And the chapter ends. So, this is what happens in chapter 1. We'll move on to chapter 2, but this is all for today. Thank you.